I wanna feel Christmas like a child.
Good evening and Merry Christmas. My name is Joe Stallone. I'm Cornerstone's pastor. I want to welcome you to our Christmas Eve service. If you have joined us because you are a family member or a friend of one of our Cornerstone family, we're glad you came. You're going to, by your presence, you're going to make our time together that much more special. We've been looking forward to this night for a long time as we celebrate and delight in what this evening means, Christmas Eve. When I think back to the years of attending Christmas Eve services, starting from since I was a little kid, I think of the wonder, I think of the magic of the evening. I remember as a child my parents coming to an evening service, and I remember the delight and expectation of what the evening was going to bring. Tonight we're going to go back and recapture the wonder and magic of our childhood by seeing Christmas through the eyes of children. And so may God bless you tonight as you come to bring your attention and affections to Him for what He has done in the coming of His Son on that first Christmas Eve.
We're going to be asking you a few questions. My first question is, what is your favorite Bible verse?
Well, what do you mean you're going to be asking me some questions? What are you talking about? I'm welcoming the congregation tonight.
We're going to ask you a few questions.
Oh, you're determined to ask me some questions. What's your first question?
What is your favorite Bible verse?
My favorite Bible verse. Well, when I think of Christmas, I think of John 3:16, where God tells us that He so loved the world, that God so loved the world, that He gave. He gave the world a gift, His one and only Son, so that whoever would put their faith in Jesus, believe in Him, that person would have then everlasting life. That's my favorite verse.
What's your favorite part of
Aiden, you have a question too? I'm sorry, I just interrupted you. I just did a terrible thing. I'm sorry, I messed you up. So what was it?
What's your favorite part about Christmas?
My favorite part about Christmas is it reminds us how much God gave us. He gave His very best gift. He gave His one and only Son. And then the part that is also my favorite is the fact that then we model what God did for us by giving to us. We then give to each other. Hi, Michael. What did people celebrate before Christmas? I think before Christmas, I think it's Thanksgiving.
What year was Jesus born?
Jesus was born 2,000 plus years ago. That's what we're celebrating tonight.
Would you be afraid if you saw an angel?
Would you be afraid of an angel? Say like an angel.
Would you be afraid if you saw an angel? Can you do an impression of a shepherd seeing an angel?
Where is Bethlehem?
Bethlehem is a far-off place on planet Earth, right in the middle of Israel.
Do they celebrate Christmas in heaven?
That's a great question. You know what heaven's going to be like? Heaven is going to be like Christmas Day and Easter Day all the time. We're going to be celebrating Jesus all the time. Christmas and Easter combined.
If you could
Every
be
day.
an animal in the stable, what would you be?
If I were an animal in the stable, I think I would be the cow. You know why? Because the cow gets to chew and eat and eat and eat and eat. And I like eating.
Why did Jesus born in the stable?
Why was Jesus born in a stable? Because Jesus left the glory of heaven. He left perfection. He traveled so far that even where He was born shows us how far He traveled. From perfection to a stinky stable.
Why did God use a star?
He used a star because He wanted to make sure to get people's attention. They couldn't miss this beautiful star in the sky. They got His attention. He got His attention. Yeah.
Why? How many kings did see Jesus?
That's a great question. The Bible tells us there's these wise men who came from the east. It doesn't tell us how many. We always sing the song about the three kings, but we didn't know how many kings there were. We don't know.
Can you spell Frankincense? Can you spell frankincense?
Can you spell spell Frankenstein?
I can spell Frankenstein, but I can't spell frankincense.
When was the first Christmas? What year was Jesus born? When was the first Christmas? What was the stable like? What does Jesus do on Christmas?
Why do we celebrate Christmas?